What's up, everybody? I'm gonna wait for y'all to get on in here. Oh, let me put my what's the name on, y'all. I'm sorry. Welcome to the pipeline, y'all. We live. I'm gonna wait for y'all to come on in here. Let me get my Why is it still moving my camera? Okay, y'all. We might have to go with that for a minute. Hey, Miss Cora. Hang on one second. Hey, Miss Cora. How y'all doing? I'm gonna wait for y'all to come on in here. I'm gonna let y'all come on in here tonight because this one gonna be a little different. Hey Chris, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming into the live. Much love, much love, much love. I'm gonna let y'all come up in here. That's good, Miss Cora. I'm glad. How you holding up, Miss Cora? Cause I seen that message that you put in on there. My heart really went out to you today, for real. Because I'm gonna be honest. I gotta give y'all a minute to come on in here. Now y'all know I'm not a big drinker. I am a little bit saucy right now. I'm a little bit saucy. And I'm gonna be honest. It was the whole 911 call that really threw me in the loop. I'm gonna let for y'all. I'm gonna wait for y'all to come on in here because if y'all checked out my story I put with the 911 dispatch call, y'all sent chills through my body. I don't know if y'all had a chance to check it out, but that sent chills through my body to hear that call the way that call was made. And we're gonna go over that call and we're gonna go over a whole bunch of other stuff. But this one is the one that y'all most definitely gonna want to tune into because after covering the case, y'all, the story, after I heard the 911 call, threw me all the way off. Now, I thought I was going to come with something totally different. Like, y'all know I've been trying to do the untold truth for at least a week now, but all this stuff was going on with me. So, I don't think it was meant for me to do it when I wanted to do it because this right here would have threw me all the way off with this new 911 call with all the information that had my story lined up. So, y'all hit the like button if y'all in here. Y'all go ahead and comment anything y'all want to talk about. Let's talk about. I'm gonna need y'all to keep your eye on that comment section today because I'm fine. My heart hurts for this whole thing. Yeah, Miss Cord, this is a sad situation. It is. It is. Y'all, I need y'all to keep your eyes open for me in that comment section because I think this one we gonna have some new people coming in. We also gotta look out for Winter PX. If she come in the building, I need y'all to keep your eyes on the comment section for me as I go through my videos and as I talk. Y'all is not gonna believe all of this new information that has came out like within I would say a week or week and a half. This has been mind blowing, but in order for me to take y'all all the way into this story, I realized this story go back further than what we ever thought of before May 20th. This goes back all the way up in from 2020 up until May 20th. Everything was laid out, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sometimes as artists and musicians and poets and writers and whatnot, sometimes they try to leave you clues through the music. That's if they don't have ghostwriters. Some people have ghostwriters, some artists don't. But if you pay attention to creative artists, I call them conscious artists, they always give us clues. Ever since I've been covering this story, a lot of names have came up, a lot of different theories, a lot of different allegations has came up. Cora, I had to block some people on Instagram because some of MJ's friends tried to friend me for some information. This Cora, we already know. We already know. I already know. A lot of people is trying to get me to change my narrative. I don't know Most of them is coming from MJ's side, I could be honest. And then the other side, I really don't know whose side they on. Because think about it. I'm talking about a lot of different people. So they family members could be on the live, listening, other people coming from other people's channels, outsiders. Y'all keep your eyes open on stuff like that. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm thinking from the research that I done, y'all, this story just got too many loops and too many different turns. From the way I had this all planned out and set up to deliver to y'all, I totally got threw off the rocker. So it caused me to get a little bit saucy today after that 911 call. Y'all know I ain't never saucy on my channel. I think this is probably the second time I ever been saucy on my channel. And the first time I just had wine. That was months ago, like December, January. But this actually, I could say this one right here threw me completely off after the 911 call, because whatever happened on Dork Place and with that witness, that call, we gonna recap and go all the way back to the beginning. We got to take this thing back all the way to the beginning, because it's a lot of theories and allegations that I thought we knew, and it seemed like it's confusion all of a sudden. I don't really know if Mr. Lockhart is talking to other people, or if Mr. Kyson has said something to family members or whatnot, or maybe MJ, you know what I mean? We don't know. But however, we have somebody new we're going to bring into the arena today, and we're going to take it to the beginning. Let's go.
And new details in Crime Tracker 10. We're hearing from the family of a woman who was killed in a shooting last night. That shooting happened near East Livingston Avenue and Beechwood Road. Lacey Crisp is live with emotional words from her mother. Lacey.
Yeah, Columbus police are investigating yet another homicide. This is the 75th for the year. Now, the shooting happened right over here. The victim was up.
Now, we got to go back, right? People allegedly, word on the streets was, they was in a driveway, her and Mr. Lockhart. Everybody say this car pulled up in the driveway. I've never heard nothing about this driveway until a few people started commenting in the comment section. I don't know if maybe the word on the street in Columbus was that they was in a driveway, but however, there's no indication of this driveway story. From the news article and every other report say it happened back there in this circle. So I'm not here to like debate with the streets and what's going on. I simply go off of public information, proof, evidence, and the masses, the word, the majority rules with me. If people from Columbus and people going with a certain story and the majority rules on this story and different allegations on this story, that story has to hold weight to a certain extent. Not saying everything have to be true with the story, but you have to look into details with these stories. So as the news say, the news told us, right, it happened right there. And as we could see, hang on, y'all. As we could see, the crime scene tape is back there on the circle. Why would the crime scene tape be right there if they was in a driveway? Let's go back.
Incoming rapper. Her mom tells me she had a big personality and a big future.
Crime scene tape.
Police say they were called to Mount Carmel East for a gunshot attempt. They say 26-year-old Bruce died at the hospital. They say Bruce was in a car with a guy when they were assaulted by a group of men with guns. Now, the men shot at the car several times, hitting Bruce. She was driven to the hospital but did not make it. She was known as Book the Bandit, and her mom said she just released new music.
Courtney was a hot tamale, spicy, hot, determined, true to her nature. She knew who she was.
Yeah, so Wanda Bruce tells me she is sick over the violence in the city of Columbus, but she tells me she never thought her daughter would be one of those victims. We'll have more from Wanda coming up tonight at 5 and 6. Reporting live, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.
So we know what Miss Lacey just said, right? So it happened in that back circle. I don't know why people is saying this whole driveway story, because I'm like, it can't make sense. Now, based off of what the news has said, right? Let's go to the 911 dispatch call. Now, we know what the news said. It was in the back in that circle. We seen the crime scene tape. So all of this whole going in a driveway theory, they pull in the driveway. I don't know where that is coming from. I really don't know. But let's go into this 911 call because all of this is going to play a part.
She was able to get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody, she's like, oh, Jim has not been shot. I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not freedom. Well, Courtney was a hot tamale. Spicy.
I'm going to play it 2 to 3 times.
She was able to get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody, she's like, oh, Jim has not been shot. I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not freedom. Well, Courtney was a hot tamale. Spicy.
One more time. Pay attention to the caller.
She was able to get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody, she's like, oh, Jim has not been shot. I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not freedom. Well, Courtney was a hot tamale. Spicy.
Now, listen to the caller's voice. Listen to the passion. Pay attention to everything she said. Because we already know. Like, here's my whole thing with the situation.
We already know.
Hold on, y'all. That's me. Let me.
She was able to get out her car.
First of all, what did the caller say? The caller say she was able to get out of her car. Her car. So we all know she has the pink and black Chevy Caprice. She had the pink and black Chevy Caprice. So how did the 911 caller know it was her car? From what we understood, she drove her car to Mr. Lockhart's house, and she jumped in the car with him. Pay attention to the car.
She was able to get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody, she's like, oh, Jim has not been shot.
She was able to get out of her car. The witness was on Dork Place. The witness said she was able to get out of her car. After that, she proceeded to say, I heard the gunshots. Bow, bow, bow. So where was the caller at? The caller was either at the circle, coming from out of either one of them back houses off that circle, or simply coming towards the circle. That's the part that to me gotta make sense, because we know off of hearsay what the streets say and what they think happened. But there is a witness 911 phone call who's seen everything. Pay attention to the call.
I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not freedom. Well, Courtney was a hot tamale. Spicy.
This is the last time, y'all. This is the last one.
She was able to get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody.
She was able to get out the car. She was able to get out of her car, and I heard her tell somebody, call 911. People was out there, and people saw everything that happened.
She's like, oh, Jim has not been shot. I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. Get your A.
I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. She's on the phone with the 911 dispatcher. She say, hurry up and get here ASAP. She's having a hard time breathing.
She's not freedom. Well, Courtney was a hot tamale. Spicy.
So, which makes me believe, right? Because think about it, right? Hold on, who just commented? Winter PX. Hey, Winter PX. The pink car was not there at the scene. Right, we know that. It was parked at my aunt's house. Exactly. We know that, Winter PX. But here's the thing. What made the caller think Boog was getting out of her car? Was Boog the driver? Or was she the passenger? Thank you, Winter PX, for joining. Y'all salute Winter PX for sure. Let's go back one more time, because that's...
Get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody, she's like, oh, Jim has not been shot. I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not freedom. Well, Courtney was a hot tamale. Spicy.
So what do y'all think that was all about, right? With the 911 caller witness said she heard the shots, called 911, she's not breathing well. Is it a possibility Courtney could have ran? Could it been a possibility that she ran off and they continued to shoot as she was running? Was Cameron still in the vehicle or hopped in the vehicle and ran and caught up with her and threw her in a car and took her to the hospital? How is it that she was able to get out the car and tell somebody? This witness was very, very close, because how did you hear her say, call EMS, call, they just shot me. They just shot me. So maybe is it possibility she was running, try to run from the scene, possibly got hit, because they say when you get shot, you don't feel it at first until the adrenaline and the burning kick through. Could have been, is it a possibility she ran away as the assault was taking place and she told a witness, y'all call the police, people around, people outside. She ran off. Is it a possibility that because how did she get in the car with Mr. Lockhart if she told somebody call 911?
Tell somebody, she's like, oh, EMS, I've been shot. I was driving by and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not breathing well. Courtney was a hot tamale.
That puzzles me, y'all. I'm sorry I gotta go through this so much, y'all. This 911 call.
She was able to get out her car and I heard her tell somebody, she's like, oh, EMS, I've been shot. I was driving by and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not breathing well. Courtney was a hot.
So what do y'all think about this witness? What do y'all think about this witness who rode by Dork Place? Do y'all feel like this witness is credible? Because why would the lady just lie? What would be the sense of calling 911? She seen it, she heard it. What would be the reason to lie? And if Boog got out of the car as the assault was taking place, right? How was she able to get out the car and still yell, y'all call 911, they just shot me? If she was allegedly shot in the head, allegedly, if she was shot in the head and shot in the chest, why would this witness just lie? And do y'all think this witness is covering something up? I need y'all to comment on that, because that is the whole thing that puzzles me. But like I tell y'all all the time, right?
She was able to get out her car and
I want to play something, and I might get strike for this, y'all, but I have to go into this real quick. What do y'all think possibly could have been the motive? But like I tell y'all all the time, right? Like we talk about this, and I'm going to just bring this up because y'all know how deep I can get, right? Everybody on here that's watching this live have experienced battling with their past moving into their future. Boog different. Courtney was no different. But I tell you what I noticed with this whole pandemic thing going on, right? Everybody around the world was affected by this pandemic. But it seemed like something in this pandemic opened her eyes up with people. Not saying her eyes probably wasn't been open, but in 2020, this thing go back way before y'all could even think it went back. With this whole plate and this whole setup is what I came across in my research. And Boog was so smart, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Boog was so smart. She left us trails along the whole way. Boog been feeling something was going to happen. She didn't know where it was going to come from or how it was going to come. But if you listen to the music and follow her, if you are a fan and follow her on Instagram and the music, she gave us hidden jewels through 2020 all the way up into her demise. And we gonna go back into the music. So I have to, when she said, get here fast, she's not breathing well, you can hear her voice crack. Oh yeah. That witness was shook. You could tell she wanted to help her, but it was like gunfire. Who want to run towards gunfire? But the witness seen Courtney and called 911. That is the 911 dispatch audio. Only thing I think was tampered with because of how the audio goes in and out. It's like they didn't release the whole call, but however they released it, they chopped it up. You could tell they chopped it up because the way the caller voice was and her whole story, she couldn't really get out everything she was saying. She was like, she can't breathe. Help her. Her breathing is down. Now, is it possible Courtney could have ran from the scene and Mr. Lockhart got up with her to pick her back up and take her to the hospital, thinking possibly he could have saved her life if he drove her to the hospital versus waiting on EMS to arrive. And I'm just saying, this is all a possibility because we have to cover it from different sides of the spectrum. This is a witness who seen her. She said, I seen her get out the car. She yelled, y'all call 911. They just shot me. So what else happened in between that time? Could it possibly been Mr. Kyson and whoever else? And was Mr. Kyson the only shooter? That puzzles me too. Like I told y'all, the way the untold truth was gonna go, it totally took another turn for the left because of all of this stuff just started not making sense after the 911 dispatch call. But I'm going to tell you, as of 2020, Boog left us message. She had a feeling something was going to happen. She probably didn't know it was going to cause her demise, but she knew something was going to happen where she left us gems along the way. So we going to go back. We going to go back to 2020 and we going to get into Lonely. And this, to me, is what opened the door up to the whole shit. I'm going to take y'all to a part that I found like that was vital to me.
Said I'm hard to find like you cheating, but I'm feeling lonely. But I'm never lonely. I keep that 23 when they really had to show me fair. Said I'm hard to first in the wall, spearing the vibe. I smell it. They hating, yeah. Come on.
Okay, we gonna go back to these snippets. Let's go. Lonely.
You ain't pay your tithes. I just a rough. I'm finna bag a shorty and slide.
I gotta pause it. YouTube rules.
She sees something in me. Is it me or my D.O. sneaks? You gotta check now. You love bang. I think he loves.
Is it me or my Dior sneaks? Is it me or my Dior sneaks? She not effing for free. Listen to what Boog said. Boog said she was about to lead a foe, which is 614 Columbus, and she was on her way to the A. Boog was already making plans to get on up out of there. And whoever was around her, she probably to allegedly, because how all of this started taking place in 2020, and she already said she on her way to the A. She left us gems along the way. Listen.
Strange, I run shorty to sleep. I think she love pain. Had to show 100 grand on me. Book a bandit, I keep a couple fans on me. I ran through the white girl, I got the tan on me. Proposed to toast in the back of the Lambo. Congrats, I just hands on another bay. I need a trip, just me and Bay. Sliding down 95, we finna hit LA. Big bubble, this is June and May. Fuck before I'm finna toast the A, bitch. But I'm never lonely.
What did she say? F the foe, I'm finna touch the A. What is the song called? Lonely. She been feeling like she can't trust the people around her. Boog was not crazy. She knew what was going on and she knew who she was. She knew how valuable of an asset she was. She felt to a point where she started having trust issues. Not saying she didn't already have them, but it got to a point where the people around her started getting fishy. And you can listen to it in the music. And with her writing her own music, she told us, I'm tired of feeling lonely. Let's go. This April.
Keep that pole on me, these streets can get breezy. Free my real niggas, they house in the shoe. Can't even call on me right now. Surrounded by the phonies, these niggas capping, they claiming that they know me. 23 when they really had to show me fair. Said I'm hard to find like you cheating, but lonely.
She just said, I'm sitting right by the phone. I'm not answering. She tired of people trying to use her and take advantage of her. She said they trying to call me. They can't get in touch with me. I'm tired of this fake love, this broken love. Listen, let's get into it.
But I'm never lonely. me. I keep that pole on me. These streets can get breezy. Free my real niggas. They house in the shoe. Can't even call on me right now. Surrounded by the phonies. These niggas capping. They claiming that they know me.
They can't even call on me right now. I ain't rocking with none of. I'm doing my own thing. But pretty much like I gotta take care of my mama, my family. I'm cutting these dudes off, females too. I'm tired of this game. It's time for me to lead a foe. I'm on my way to the A. She told us a year before her demise. The snakes that was around her, and she on her way up out of here.
23 and when they really had to show me fair, said I'm hard to find like the G and baloney.
I'm hard to find like the GM baloney. Y'all got to catch up with me at this point. I'm not looking out for nobody. Only people I'm looking out for is the people around me. All y'all outsiders, I'm cutting y'all off. Now y'all calling my phone. I'm not answering. I'm sending straight to the blacklist. Listen, she told us all through the music. So that was lonely. That was lonely in April of 2020. Let's get into this untold truth. Because all of this boils down to May 20th. She dropped Lonely, April 2020. She come, Hot Topic. Let's get into Hot Topic. I got to keep pausing it. YouTube rules every few seconds, y'all. Hot Topic is about an old fling who she reconnected with. But she my hot topic because now she got all of my attention. She got everything that I'm looking for in a woman because I'm having trust issues with the current person in my life. So this is over with. It's a new hot topic. Let's get into the lyrics. The lyrics of Hot Topic.
It's a new old thing. Shut it back, cause she better type thing. Drama free, she a queen type thing. Now she ball in a whole new league. It's a new old thing.
It's a new old thing. Meaning, come on, y'all. Y'all know what it is. We go through it in these little situationships, right? Everybody feel entitled to something. But I done linked up with my old thing, who on their game, we done reconnected. So now, she the hot topic. Everything else in the past don't matter. In April, she was feeling lonely. I got trust issues. I'm not rocking with y'all. Y'all snakes. I'm on my way to the A. In the process, right? That old thing was starting to become an old flame. You got too much going on. Now I got a new hot topic. She own her shit. She everything I'm looking for. She support me. This who I'ma ride with. Let's get into this hot topic. November. This is November of 2020. After Lonely. Let's go.
Change like the weather type thing. Coffee up for the winter type thing. Fly down for the summer type.
That's true. She said she was getting off MJ in a group of facts. Winter PX salute. Lil Shorty poppin'. Hey, she's the hot topic. Hey, MJ was on some trash. She like, listen, baby, I can't trust you. I'm trying to look out for you. You steady bringing drama and bullshit. I'm a star. Boog looking at MJ, baby, I'm a star. I am the catch. You want to play crazy like you can't be replaced. Let's listen to this hot topic. This November, let's go.
Hot topic. It's a new old thing. Shut it back, cause she better type thing. Shut it back, yeah, she know she top 10. Bad little bitch in the Benz. You could bring all your friends. I'm in the city with Ken. I heard you out for the summer.
Oh, yeah. Boog was talking about spending time with that hot topic. She like, oh, yeah, you popping. Bring your friends. We could kick it. We could travel. You got all of my attention. At this point, MJ starting to look like I'm about to lose you. You own. I've been on you on. You on TV. You with these celebrities. You playing me crazy. And I know you got all these other female friends on the side. But let's get into the hot topic, because she either reconcile with an old fling or an old ex or something. But at this point, MJ knew she was out the way. I'm on my way to the A. So think about it. As an ex-scorned lover trying to fight for the person you love, and they don't want you no more. This is November. Let's get into it.
Driven to the city, that is she bougie city. She gon' get loose when she busy. Have you been out the country, babe? Catch a tan on the beach all day. Little smoke, little drink, okay. Type of shit I can show you, babe. I can tell you a bad little trick. I can show you a...
Oh, this is November. Almost 6 months. What? Boog dot May. 6 months before she passed. End of November. She giving us the blueprint on everything that was happening up into her demise, because she already felt some shit going left. I can't trust this little chick over here. Something with this little thing over here. I gotta move around. Something with her ain't. I gotta figure this out. Let's go.
This a new old thing. Shut it back, cause she better talk that. Little shorty poppin'. She's the hot topic. This a new old thing. Shut it back, cause she better talk that. Shorty hot like a sauna. Stay dripped up the designer. Shorty bad like Rihanna. And she make a nigga spin it.
Shorty is back. What'd she say? Shorty is back. Let's get into it.
I know how I'm living. 007, I was out here on a mission. I get in a position, I'm gon' kill it. Shit so fat, yeah, you know I gotta feel it. It's a new old thing. Shut it back, cause she better talk thing. Drama free, she a queen type thing. And she ballin' a hard no leg. It's a new old thing. Shut it change like the weather type.
Look at Boog's energy in the video. Wherever she was at in her life at the end of last year, I believe was one of the highest peaks of her life. She reached every accomplishment she wanted to reach. She doing good with her music. Her modeling is doing good. Ms. Wanda is doing well. Everything in her life at the end of last year was all coming together in the way that she worked really, really hard for. It took her many of years to get to this point this point in her life at the end of last year. She was at the top of her game. She was at the top of her game. She was on her way to the A. I already know my label about to drop this music. I'm giving them the format on how I'm dropping it, but I also got these snakes around me that I gotta shake. They ain't trying to let me go. So I'm gonna move around a different kind of way, but I'm gonna put it in the music so I can let my fans and friends and everybody know this is what's going on with me. And also, y'all pay attention to the people around me. She gave us all the clues in the music. Yo, I got too many people around me. Man, she left us all the jewels. So let's go back into it.
Cuff you up for the winter type thing. Fly you down for the summer type thing. Little shorty pop. She's the hot topic. This a new old thing. Shut it back, cause she better talk thing. Little shorty pop. She's the hot topic. This a new old thing. Shut it back, cause she better talk thing.
The glow is there. The glow up is most definitely there, because in November, after the label or management or whoever released Hot Topic, Boog already know 2021 she was coming, kicking the goddamn door in. She came in 2021 with a goddamn bang, knocked the door straight off the goddamn hinges. The people in Columbus like, well, goddamn. She made people see who she was. It wasn't that just no word of mouth stuff. Her action and her hard work and her work ethics. She had to show the people Columbus and the people around her, listen, this is what it is. I'm Boog the Bandit. I'm in the MFM building. Either y'all gonna respect it or y'all ain't. So think about the scorned lover who knew all of this. You about to go to the A. You about to be on billboards. You all around the world travel. Oh, you about to leave me. You about to leave me. So all the stuff that I done did and all this hard work, you think you about to leave me and share it with somebody else? Because a person's whole intention wasn't good from the beginning. Boog said, and lonely. Is she with me for love or my Dior sneaks? You want money, you want fame. I don't want your love. It's strange. Saying you acting different now, and this money coming in right now. You moving real weird. So now I can't trust you. And that's just pretty much what it was. Listen to all the music. So let's go into Risky. We got to go into Risky. We can't close this out with Risky. Now, when we go into Risky, right, I need y'all to really pay attention to the words in Risky. Because as we all talk about, we all been through these hurt and love situations and don't know who to trust, don't know where to turn, back and forth roller coasters. But she left us a trail. Lonely, I'm tired of this shit. Pretty much in lonely. She like, look, I'm tired of this shit. I don't trust nobody. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm on my way to the A. I'm leaving Columbus. I'm gone. This was a year before she passed. She been doing all of this. November come. Now, she probably didn't know she was going to meet her demise. But Boog knew something was going to happen to her. She knew. Look how it's all planned out and look how it's set up. We're going to go through this timeline. And y'all pay attention to Risky and listen to what she say. Risky was released January 28th of 2021. Boog passed away May 20th, 2021. Listen to the words.
Hey, nigga, God could strike me down if I'm lying. Put that shit on my soul.
God could strike me down if I'm lying. I put that on my soul. Who starts a song like that if it's not from the heart? These is words that she wrote herself. Risky, she came straight out. God can strike me down if I'm lying. Not only that, she put it on her soul. Let's get into it.
I don't wanna fall in love, yeah, it's kinda risky. Lately I've been popping off, so pass the purpose. Shorty, I might dodge a bullet if you try to hit me. And I'll be there before I love you, shorty, under 6 feet.
Now that's them some words, right? Imagine being in love with somebody, everything fall apart because a person realized you wasn't in it for the right things. So I will go to my grave. I will be dead in my grave before I tell you I love you or you think it's something other than that because I don't trust you. I don't want to fall in love with you. I don't trust you. You a snake and I might have to dodge a couple bullets fucking with you. Excuse my language. These is her exact words and Risky. I might have to dodge a couple bullets before I tell you I goddamn love you. I'm going to be dead in the grave before I tell you I love you. Listen to the words.
I don't wanna fall in love, it's risky. Lately I've been popping up, so pass the perk, please. Shorty, I might dodge a bullet if you try to hit me. And I'll be dead before I love you, shorty, under 6 feet. Bitches want my heart, but I'll...
Pay attention though, y'all. This is the part that to me is very subliminal to her leaving us this goddamn clue that I didn't catch until today after the 911 audio, right? Pay attention to the video in the graveyard as she's talking about, I don't love you, I don't trust you, you might try to set me up, I'ma dodge a couple bullets, but I'm still ain't gonna love you. I'ma go to my grave and still not love you. On top of that, the video is in a cemetery. Did Boog have clues that they was going to try to take her out or she was going to be set up in some sort of way? Because how coincidental is it that she dropped this song called Risky, talking about this goddamn scorned lover. Then on top of that, she ends up doing a video in a graveyard. A little bit over 90 days, she met her demise on Dork Place. How many clues do we got to have laid out at that point? How many gems can a person give you? A little bit after 90 days of their demise. Boog died May 20th. Risky was dropped January the 28th of 2021. Let's get into it.
Wear that on my sleeve. Nope. I don't trust these hoes. I grip my blick when I sleep. Yeah, the only thing I cuss is my rollie on my wrist. Got a bitch full of tears, not name one getting a ring. All these hoes annoy me, sticking me like Floyd.
All of them annoy me, sticking me like. Listen to Risky. And if y'all need to go to YouTube after the live and actually pull up the words and read the words, it'll tell you everything. She walked us straight into it.
Got a bobbing wig while I sit back and cheek. Never catch me falling. I don't put my all in. She thought shit was sweet, but I just fucking leave. Pussy getting money on the east side.
She thought it was sweet, but I just turned around and leave. I'm not messing with you. You think it's sweet and I don't know what's going on. I know you a snake. I know I can't trust you. So yeah, I'm about to cut you off. I'm not rocking with you at this point. Whatever ties we had, I don't want it. I don't love you no more. This shit is risky fucking with you. Listen, she's in the cemetery.
I dropped a pin and told that bitch pull up. And that's why I don't never let shit slide. Cause nowadays all these bitches sluts. I don't wanna fall in love, yeah, it's kinda risky. Lately I've been popping off, so pass the purpose. Shorty, I might dodge a bullet if you try to hit me. And I'll be there before I love you, shorty under 6 feet.
I might dodge a bullet. I'm gonna have to dodge a bullet before I before I even let you touch me. She telling us, I don't want no parts with old girl. I don't want to be around her. I got a feeling something gonna happen to me. I would rather go to my grave than give you the accomplishment and satisfaction that you want from me. You not about to use me, use my name. I don't want nothing to do with you. Go about your business. She let it be known. It's over. This is January.
It's risky. I've been popping off. It's a passive purpose. Shorty, I might dodge a bullet if you try to hit me. And I'll be dead for all. I'll be shorty under 6 feet. I got bars around my heart. Ain't shit for free for these hoes. Bitches by the dozen. I got two at every show.
Man, she wasn't about to play no games. Boog wasn't about to play no games with him. And y'all have to remember, man, put some respect on her name. Coming from the man, wasn't nobody doing what she was doing. Boog was legendary. Legendary. I don't know why people don't want to give her flowers. People in Columbus and other people who really knew who she was, her fans, we gave her flowers while she was living. But for some reason, these media outlets, they don't want to give her flowers. So that's why Pipeline here. Y'all hit the like button if y'all in here. Hit the subscribe button. We going to go ahead and get this Untold Truth out. Because if don't no other media cover her, I'm most definitely going to cover her. Because Boog was an icon and she was a legend. And she was young while doing it. Nobody from our time of our culture has done what she has done. I don't care what nobody say. Coming from our time, in this new millennium, coming from Ohio, ain't nobody doing what she doing or done what she have done. How they did her, it was not right. We need justice. And how they went about it. And all these people who involved who claim they to be her friends and exes and best friends, a lot of people around her crossed her. But Boog was not crazy because she knew all of this already. She knew all of this already. Only thing she did was left us the music to put two and two together.
Play the game, I treat them all the same. Fuck the rest so good, she call a nigga by my name. I ain't with that lovey-dovey shit, I only love my mama, bitch. Can't give my love to none of them, cause nowadays they counterfeit. They only want me for my pockets.
They only want me for my pockets. Boog knew she had pull. Boog knew she was it. She had the it factor. She was a pop star. Boog was a star. She was an asset to everybody around her. She could have took your nigga and she could have took your woman. Either which side she was on or lean or however people want to put it, she still was a threat. Pretty, long hair, light skin, very talented, ambitious, entrepreneur. She was a threat. Not only to them niggas that she was hanging with, but also to the females who tried to get close to her. Let's go.
I ain't never catching feelings, I like options, yeah. Pussy getting money on the east side. I dropped a pin and told that bitch pull up, and that's why I don't never let shit slide. Cause nowadays all these bitches sluts. I don't wanna fall in love, yeah, it's kinda risky. Lately I've been popping off, so pass the perk. Shorty, I might.
If you look at her energy while doing risky, I don't know if it's because with her having a church background and being in a cemetery or what, but she was in a difficult place in her life at this point. She had everything she wanted, but that unconditional love that she has always yearned for. She didn't have kids, and she always had love from her mother and her family. But when it comes to real unconditional love, she yearned for that. She wanted that. You can hear it all in the music. You can hear the pain. You can hear the passion. I want unconditional love. I'm tired of people being around me to use me. I want people around me that's good. So if I got to shake this and move all the way across the world to get that love that I truly, genuine desire, then I got to do what I got to do, because I got to take care of my family, and I also deserve love. Let's go.
Dodge a bullet if you try to hit me. And I'll be there before I love you, shorty under 6 feet. I don't wanna fall in love, nuh-uh, it's risky. Lately I've been popping up, some plastic perk, please. Shorty, I might dodge a bullet if you try to hit me. And I'll be there before I love you, shorty under 6 feet.
I mean, I don't really think we really got too much to say after this. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Because that's when we really think about it, y'all, and we really go back to a lot of different stuff, somehow we got to go back to Dork Place. It's really not a somehow. It's an obvious point, because this is where it all took place. It took place on Dork Place. So if that 911 call, from what the news said, it happened back here. Some people say it was in the driveway. But where could the witness could have been to see her ride by? When she rolled by, she said, I heard her. Is it possible she could have ran off over here into one of these houses or something? Like, how was she able to get out the car? From what the 911 dispatcher say, how was she able to get out the car, tell them, call 911, they just shot me? Who could she could have told that to? The assailants either ran or they were still by the car. Where was this witness at, and where was Courtney at for her to say, call 911, they shot me? And she was out of breath to a point where the witness said she seen her hop out the car. So who was driving? Was Boog driving, or was Mr. Lockhart driving? But however it go, I'm going to tell y'all, it's only 3 people who could have unlocked this back door. And we have to go into somebody new who want to enter this arena. Now, this name is not a new name that have came to the pipeline. This is not a new name, but I was getting Mr. KB mixed up with Mr. Tay. Mr. Tay is actually Boog's genuine friend. Mr. KB, he's a snake. He's a snake. Mr. KB is allegedly Boog's supposed to have been best friend. But him and MJ got kicked out of the funeral. And also KB was also with MJ when they went into Miss Wanda's house and got these chains, the chain or the pendant, whatever jewelry was in this Louis Vuitton pack. I don't know if it was in a book bag. I forgot. Winter PX. If you in here still Winter PX, reassure us of what it was. I think it was a Louis Vuitton backpack. So how is Mr. KB allegedly the best friend, but you get kicked out the funeral with MJ, and then you also go inside the house and went in and also played a part to the theft, to the robbery that happened inside of Miss Wanda's house? So at this point, it's looking like, to me, 3 people could have opened up this back door. Some of y'all say 4, I say 3. And only reason why I say 3, because I don't believe Mr. Lockhart had nothing to do with it. That's just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But at the end of the day, to me, only thing that looked fishy to me on Mr. Lockhart's end was this whole car situation. If he moved the car or the tow, wherever the car got towed to, I still ain't got that information with this whole car situation. And then basing it off the 911 caller who said she seen Bug get out her car. What made the caller think it was Bug's car? Was she in the driver's seat or was she in the passenger seat? Because that's the thing to me that I seem to not get. So if, right, let's go to Dort. This is Dort Place. Is it possible, right? Maybe she could have ran off. I mean, what y'all think? Because from the original report was that everything happened in a car. And as Mr. Lockhart allegedly pulled off, Mr. Kyson continued to shoot at the vehicle as the car was pulling off. Is it possible that when Bug ran, probably, this is just a possibility, that y'all don't go with this, we just putting it out there. Is it a possibility that she tried to escape the robbery and that's why they continued to shoot at the car as the car was pulling off? Is it she went one way, Cam jumped back in the car, went to go get her, picked her back up and drove her to the hospital trying to save her before the EMS arrived because the time was on their hands? This thing on Dort Place could have went about 2 or 3 different ways. Because allegedly, she drove her car to Mr. Lockhart's house. They drove Mr. Lockhart's vehicle to Dort Place, right? So the news, everybody say, right, these are the houses. And people, y'all don't know who house is who, so y'all don't be trying to get people addresses and stuff. The news is saying it happened right here, right? So if it happened right here on this pole where the crime scene was at, the crime scene tape, if she was on the passenger side, where was there to run to? Where was the people at to be like, where she could tell y'all called 911, I just got shot? Because only people who allegedly was around the car was the assailants. If it wasn't no other witnesses out. If she told somebody to call 911, it looks like, is it possible she could have ran a little bit before gasping for air? That's how maybe when the driver, the witness, was driving, either the witness was either coming or she was going. Either way. Because where could a witness could have been for this 911 call to be released? She said, I rolled by. Now, all the way up there at the corner, I'm not even going to take the GPS all the way up there, right? That's way far of a shot. How could the witness could have known it was Courtney from all the way back there at the corner? That lady had to be, the witness had to be somewhere up in here. She had to be. It ain't no other way, because how could she could have seen it? No blood trace. I don't know. That the evidence ain't saying that. They not releasing a medical report. But from what allegedly is being said, that Bug was also shot in the head. Now, that was from a family member of Courtney's who came on the live. I've never seen nothing of the headshot, but this is all, I don't want to go back and forth with nobody's family or nothing like that. I'm not here for that. But it's like if that person did her hair for the funeral and gave us all the information that she gave us, she has no reason to lie. She seemed like she was there. She's hands-on. She dropped so many jewels. So if Mr. Lockhart is still calling Miss Wanda, and it looks like, from what the said, it looked like when Cameron jumped in that car, allegedly, this is all allegedly, this is just assumption. Is it possible they went separate ways and he jumped back in the car and they met back up and he shot her to Mount Carmel East Hospital and tried to save her? Because if you really look at Mr. Lockhart's steps and all of his actions Only thing I could say that's iffy is about the car situation. I don't have enough proof, enough evidence or nothing to really go so deep into this car situation. Only person who could tell us about this car is Winter PX, and she dropped it to us, but I missed it real quick in the live, y'all. So I got to get more information on that car situation. But further than that, it seems like Mr. Lockhart has done and everything he could do to honestly try to save her and still staying in touch with the family. So and he stayed at the hospital with her. From what the family member said, the nurse is the one who pointed Cameron out and said, Mr. Lockhart, sorry y'all, Mr. Lockhart was like, when the police came in, she came in with him, right? So if Mr. Lockhart has something to do with it, why stay with the body? Why drive my own vehicle? Why stay in touch with the family? And y'all, from what they saying, he really loved her. He loved her, and the stuff I seen, it don't seem like Mr. Lockhart got nothing to do with it. But I know y'all gonna have your own little, like I said, your own opinion, but that's just my opinion. I believe it was only 3 people who could have opened up this back door, and that's why I said 4, because I know a lot of the majority of the masses believe Mr. Lockhart has something to do with it, and it's also a big percentage of the masses who don't believe Mr. Lockhart had nothing to do with it. So he most definitely would be one due to the people, because a lot of people feel like he did, and I don't believe he did. But I'm going to tell you, 3 other people, only people who could have opened up this back door. It's only these 3 people who could have opened up this back door. It was either MJ, it was KB, or this alleged mystery person who here she was going to go do. It's too coincidental that MJ ended up going to Miami a day before Boog passed, when the shit was going down, and then reemerged when the day she passed away. I think all of that is real fishy. It's something about this goddamn chain, that is starting to seem like it was about this chain. This is what the masses is saying. This is what it's all starting to look like. The whole play to go on Dork Place allegedly was about this drug transaction. Could that possibly been a play? Could it possibly been a play? And we still don't know if it was Bud going to go do the drug transaction or Mr. Lockhart doing the drug transaction. But we don't know if they was going to go cop some for their personal stuff. But it was a reason in the setup on why they went to Dork Place. And Bud knew not to go alone. That's why she went and got Mr. Lockhart. She knew something wasn't right, and how MJ is allegedly still following. I don't know if she's still following now, because I haven't checked in a few weeks. But for her to be following Mr. Kyson on Instagram, this was a paid hit. Looked like it's coming from a scorned lover, whoever here she was going to go do, which is a guy. Receipts came back, it was a guy, but we don't know if this is a fact. So y'all know how I be coming. She was supposed to have been going to go do this guy's hair. From what the masses is saying, what the streets are saying, what the people are saying, they like, well, Mr. Kyson friends got dreads in their hair. Maybe she was going to go do one of his friends' hair. But then it's like, okay, that whole thing with the hair. And then people saying she didn't know the person who hair she was going to do. Could have been possibly MJ and KB. Something happened with MJ and something was with MJ and Mr. Kyson. Because for you to be following his killer on goddamn Instagram, you already been in your feelings about this damn chain you've been trying to get for however long. You go to the funeral, you and KB get kicked out of the funeral, allegedly. And then y'all go inside Miss Wanda's house, you and Mr. KB, and steal these goddamn chains and pendants that was in a Louis Vuitton backpack behind the TV. Why would Mr. Lockhart have to set this back door up? It don't make sense. It don't make sense for him to set this back door up. If anything, it seemed like she trusted him. She trusted Mr. Lockhart. She trusted Mr. Lockhart, And I know it's hard for people to believe because it threw me for a loop. I was like, wait a minute, because Mr. Lockhart didn't get no bullet holes. Like, how did she go through all of this and Mr. Lockhart didn't? Y'all know why? Because it was a paid setup robbery. They wasn't initially, it was not supposed to be no killing. They was not supposed to have her. It was supposed to be attempted robbery because if I get these chains back, I need some of that bread back. If you don't want to give it to me, it don't matter. I'm going to set up a play to get you robbed. But so happened, they accidentally shot her from what people were saying. I don't believe it's an accident. I believe all of this was planned and set up. It's only 3 people who could have unlocked this door, people. MJ, KB, or the person who here she was going to go. We don't know who here she was going to go do. So they still was always in question. And a lot of people say Mr. Lockhart could have unlocked that back door. But it's no proof of that. MJ ain't in custody. Mr. Lockhart ain't in custody. But that still mean it ain't no investigation going on. Mr. Lockhart could tell a lot right now, but it's open investigation. Mr. Lockhart could tell a lot right now, open investigation. If he says too much, it could buy... Exactly. Because it still has to go to trial. It has to go to trial. At this point, the whole goddamn thing on Dork Place, it was a drug trend that went play. This is the masses. This is the evidence. This is the receipts. Too much about this drug transaction that's coming through the pipeline. It got to hold some kind of weight. All these different people, all these walks of side of life can't all just be going with this drug transaction. But I'm going to tell y'all, it was all a play. The play was, in the process, Bug knew something wasn't right. I'm not going by myself. I'm going to go get somebody. When she pulled up with Mr. Lockhart, it caught the assailants off guard because they thought she was going to be by herself. So I'm going to tell y'all, they was not just sitting on Dork Place without no mask. They had masks and everything already in hand. All of this was set up. MJ go to Miami a day before Bug died, come back the next day. Who the hell go to Miami for 24 hours? Come on, man. This everybody in PPP. They got this PPP money. Everybody living their best life. Who the hell going to Miami for one day and coming right back? Then you comes back. You and KB get kicked out the goddamn funeral. And what was KB whole motive? How is you gonna link up with my ex where I loved you and looked out for you and everything and roll with you, but you gonna link up with my ex and come to the funeral and you gonna come with her to my mama house and steal my jewelry? Come on, man. Mr. KB, he has joined the arena. And I also want to know, is it possible Mr. KB was one of them characters that was in the goddamn back seat of that Instagram story? That Instagram story where all them people was looking suspect. So we gonna go back, y'all, because like I told y'all before, it ain't no mystery. This whole drug transaction story, and we don't know if she was going to go cop, who was going to go cop. Was it her own? I don't believe Bug was going over there just for no reason. I don't. It was a reason why she was caught over there. It was a reason why she went and grabbed Mr. Lockhart to go with her. Something happened. And if you really let the details of this story, it seemed like it was all set up since last year of 2020 through the music. She left us the timeline. You can't get no better through the music. And then you get kicked out at the funeral. It don't look like nobody was after Bug. Wasn't nobody after Bug to hurt her or harm her. She is from Columbus. Everybody knew who she was. Everybody loved Bug. Bug wasn't going out here starting no drama in nobody's business. She wasn't out to kill or steal or destroy from nobody. She was out chasing her dreams. And if anything, being fruitful to the people that she loved. Jealousy and envy. Let's go to this 911 call. Let's go back to what the caller said.
I was able to get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody, she's like, "Oh, EMS, I've been shot." I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. Get her ASAP. She's not breathing well.
Courtney was a hot tomato. Spicy.
Let's go back.
I was able to get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody, she's like,
she was able to get out of her car. I heard her tell somebody. So this is my thing with this whole 911 call. Where was this witness to hear Courtney? Because if you allegedly shot in the head and the chest, your words is faint. She fighting for oxygen. So if this witness heard her say somebody called 911, oh, this witness was very close to her. This witness was somewhere around Bug. I don't know if the witness left the scene or arrived on the scene after the gunshots, but the witness was there. She saw it.
Oh, CMS, I've been shot. I was driving by and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not breathing well.
Courtney was a hot tamale.
She said, get here ASAP. She's not breathing well. So if the lady was so close to Courtney and heard Courtney, she saw her get out the car. She heard her say, call 911. She got out the car. Where was Mr. Lockhart, and how was this witness so close that she was able to hear all of that? Where was this witness at? Which makes me think, is it possible Bug ran off while the assault and stuff was taking place? Did she try to run off and they proceeded to shoot as she was running? And Mr. Lockhart was in the vehicle and they met back up. He grabbed her, put her in the car. Something happened. That witness either tried to help Courtney or she was very, very close and didn't leave her until somebody pulled off. Because this ain't making sense. And it actually throws the whole scenario straight off from what we thought. Icing her out like she's the one who got her both changed. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's looking like it's only a few people who could have opened up. They unlocked this back door. And I believe Mr. Kyson was hired. He was hired. Whatever, Bud wasn't too fine to do. Either she knew him and wasn't rocking with him, or he was hired to pull this. Who is this? Let's get into the comment. Who is that? Dickerson? I couldn't see who that was. It went so fast. Mr. Kyson was most definitely hired. This wasn't just no. They kept saying like, oh, it's the random. What the pipeline say? Hold on. Pipeline told me in the beginning, it was like, oh, the girlfriend had something to do with it. It's about to change. It's about to change. And then they brought Mr. KB to me about 2 months ago. Mr. KB name kept coming up, but I was getting him mixed up with her other friend, Tay. KB is the photographer. Bugs, I don't know if he's her current photographer or her old photographer, but that's who KB is. And his role in this whole MJ shit is very sketchy. How is you supposed to be the best friend, but you at the goddamn funeral with MJ, y'all both get kicked out, and then y'all go to Miss Wanda's house and take the goddamn chain? If I was Miss Wanda, I would press charges on both of their ass for theft. I sure would, and trespassing. Everything makes sense now, y'all. Like I told y'all, it only could be this shit ain't really that hard when you really get to thinking about it, but it rattled my brain after the 911 call because like I said, we go off the streets all the time. Like everything I'm talking about, I'm quite sure everybody has heard damn near these scenarios, if not all of them. I'm just reiterating it for y'all. So they initially was supposed to have robbed Bud. They thought it was gonna be sweet. They didn't think it was gonna go the way that it went. Bud wasn't going for it. So when she like, man, y'all not about to rob me, either she possibly could have took off from what the witness is saying. Because how is it that she ended up getting back in the car with Mr. Lockhart and he drove her to the hospital? We obviously heard the 911 dispatcher. So how is those the actions of someone who y'all claim possibly could have had something to do with it? Waiting on EMS would have took a long time. Actually, it was a good thing that maybe Mr. Lockhart did try to drive her, because based off the 911 call, they was already gone from what it seemed like from the audio. It don't seem like they were still on the scene. So where was this witness at? And it was a possibility. It's a possibility that Mr. Lockhart tried to save her. This was a paid, hired hit. It was supposed to be a robbery. Some backfired. Boog wasn't going. They thought it was going to be sweet because she was a female and she was little, but she gave them a run for her money, which obviously gave them no choice but to shoot after the robbery. All of this was set up. This was all set up. If you're not gonna give me them chains, I went half on with you, and you about to leave me, and you kicking in the door of this celebrity fame life. Oh yeah, you ain't about to leave me behind. You ain't about to leave me behind. So at that point in January, MJ Wheels already got to spinning. It was already gonna spin. It's the best thing ever happened to me. Boog was the best thing ever happened to this girl. How she doing all this and going to the funeral, her and KB. KB either played a part in the setup too, allegedly, because how you is in cahoots with the ex-scorned girlfriend and y'all go to her mama house and steal her jewelry out of her mother's house, out of a Louis Vuitton pack. Y'all did this. Y'all did this. It's sick, it's disgusting, and I hope everybody involved in this really get their day in court, because all of this was so uncalled for. So uncalled for. It all was behind, allegedly, a scorned lover. Nobody else could have opened up this back door. Who else was going to open this back door? Either the best friend or it was MJ. That's just pretty much what it is. It's black and white. Boog didn't have no enemies. I mean, success come with envy. We know that. She born and raised in Columbus, walked Columbus streets all the time. Everybody knew who she was. But isn't it coincidental she dropped Lonely a year before her passing and say, I'm out of the A. I don't trust you. I'm on my way to the A. I'm out of here, Columbus. I don't trust you motherfuckers. I got to go chase my dreams and take care of my mom and my family. I got to leave y'all behind. A lot of people didn't want to get left behind. A lot of people felt entitled. That's just pretty much what it is. It don't get no better than that.
Get out her car, and I heard her tell somebody, she's like, "Oh, EMS, I've been shot." I was driving by, and I heard pop, pop. Get your ASAP. She's not breathing well.
Blanky, maybe who talking?
Spice.
Who you talking about, Blanky? Who you say? Mr. Kyson? Who knows? Let me get this off of here. Hold on, because I'm not trying to get reported. I'm not trying to get reported, y'all, but I'm just telling y'all, like, if you really break it down, hold on, y'all, let me go to something I wanted to show y'all, too. Because we got to go back over these, receipts, because we know it's a lot of different stories. It's a lot of different stories. Yes, he's changed. We're changed. Day from murder to... I missed it, y'all. I mean, maybe, right? Whoever these assailants was around that car, they all was prepared for this robbery. That's the part y'all need to understand. The whole thing, leaving to Miami a day before the death, them all having masks on hand before Mr. Lockhart and Boog arrived on Dork Place. This was all set up. They was ready. All of them came to that car masked. They all came. We wanted to involuntarily. Yeah. They all came prepared. You know what I'm saying? And like we say all the time, just because people not locked up now, don't mean they day ain't coming. Don't mean they day ain't coming. It's still an investigation going on. And like y'all said, Mr. Lockhart went to West V. I don't blame him. I wish Boog would have made it out in time. I really do. But she was making her debut in 2021. She was out of there. She was on her way out of Columbus. So, hold on, y'all. I'm going to go to the... And keep in mind, after she dropped Risky in January 28th, she went and also got baptized on Valentine's Day. Let's not forget about this baptism. She knew Courtney left us all the jewels and everything we needed to pay attention to her and her demise. Because if you look at her timeline of events and you listen to the music that she dropped, and when she dropped it, she most definitely knew the last year of her life something was going to happen. That's why after dropping Risky in that cemetery, she also went and got baptized and changed her life around. She knew she wanted better, and she knew something was at her doorstep. She knew something was at her doorstep, but she said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get my life right with God and get this thing together, because if it do happen, at least I went out the right way. She went out with dignity, she went out with morals, and she went out with respect. Boog is ambition. Boog is motivation. And I need a lot of young women and men who watching this tonight to really pay attention to who she was and the legacy that she left. Boog wasn't no pushover. She told us in the music, I don't trust these people. They trying to set me up. Don't worry about it. I know what's going on, but I'm going to leave y'all the proof in the music. January comes, she dropped Risky. February the 14th, she went and got baptized, changed her life over. May 20th, not even 90 days later after changing her life, she ended up meeting her demise. So this is just the police report that we have already discussed about Mr. Lockhart's story. Bruce, 26, was in a car with a 25-year-old man. When a young group of men approached, a group of men approached and shot at the car multiple times. The Columbus Dispatch reported. The men drove Bruce to the hospital. He was not injured. That's talking about Mr. Lockhart. Because we all know Mr. Lockhart wasn't injured. But they set it up. All of this was set up to make it look like Mr. Lockhart had something to do with it. They did. It was all set up and it was all framed. Mr. Lockhart was there, did everything he was supposed to do. He also went to the police station, gave up his phone records, gave his story, probably took lie detector tests, gave a statement. Who knows? But Cameron is not a suspect, just like MJ is not a suspect and other people. But Mr. Kyson is most definitely, when they walk down this journey on current events, if he already ain't rolled over, a lot of people is on the run, people is out of town. Everybody involved in this will see day. That ain't no mystery. This is too much of a high profile case for them not to go after everybody who is involved. They always 2 steps ahead of us. The feds, they already, you think if we got the 911 dispatch audio, y'all think they don't got footage of exactly what happened and who played their part? They got Mr. Lockhart's statement. They got Mr. Kyson's statement. I'm quite sure after everything MJ and KB pulled with the whole funeral shit and going into the house, I wouldn't be surprised if they're on the radar, because it's looking like it. They said it was so happened to be a popular thief in the neighborhood that day. The popular thief is Mr. Kyson. He was in the neighborhood that day because it was already planned. He was supposed to got paid more than probably what he was. Who knows? He probably got a down payment, and whatever money he got from Boog, maybe they was all going to split it. But instead, he called the family member, Mr. Kyson. Y'all come pick this. I got some money. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Come on, man. His family tired of his shit. This story will get justice. This is the untold truth. We still have a lot of different things we still have to address with this situation. Because as the 911 caller threw us all the way for a loop. That threw us all the way for a loop. What made her think that was Courtney's car? And she said, I heard her tell somebody, call 911. Who else she could have told to call 911? But either Mr. Lockhart or whoever she ran off, people who was outside. She maybe ran to some people, called 911, they just shot me after taking off. This is a witness testimony. We could go off the streets all day, but we actually have a witness who called 911 that we just heard her whole testimony, her whole statement. The lady had to be close. If she heard all that and saw all that, she said, I heard pow, pow, pow. She either left the scene and came back or went up the street and came back. Something with this witness story we got to put together. And that is really what took the case in a whole nother direction. But we know the 3 people who could have possibly opened up this door. It is only 3 people because Mr. KB ain't looking like you can't be her best friend. It's what is the reason why you link up with the scoring X and pull all this extra shit, Mr. KB, if you ain't have a motive? Welcome to the party, Mr. KB. Welcome to the party. Because now you starting to look like possibly was you one of the assailants around that vehicle. Why is you riding so hard with the scorned lover? And why would you feel like if this your best friend, KB, allegedly, why would you go inside of her mother's house, who you respect, and y'all commit this robbery inside the house? Because that's what it was. It was a robbery. They took the pendant and the chain from out the Louis Vuitton bag. Why would the best friend be hooking up with the scoring ex if you didn't have a motive yourself? Was you getting some of the payout, Mr. KB? Because your role is looking real fishy. So you want to join the party? We going to let him come on in. We going to let him come on in, Pipeline. Because like I told y'all, there's new information that come out on this story every day. If not every day, every other day, or every week. There's so many twists and turns to this story. But what we do know, Courtney was targeted. This was targeted. This was a pay hit. It's more people involved. And as time go on, we going to get justice. And we going to continue to cover this story until we get justice. Y'all go sign the change.org, man. Y'all get Booger on street her own name because she most definitely deserve it. But we have to pay attention to real life stories like this, y'all, around the people that you sit around and the people that you love. Y'all gonna hear me say this all the time. Y'all gonna hear me say this all the time because most of these back doors come from people who you love or who you trusted. She was such a beautiful being. And I'm going to tell you who else. Coi Leray also, I believe, stole Boog's style. I don't care what nobody say, and I'm taking that shit to the grave. They tried to put Courtney's whole style into this young lady. From the looks to the braids to the pop style vibe. But Coi Leray ain't got what it takes. She ain't got what it takes to be on Boog's standard. Y'all may think that because she have a higher following, because y'all be so fooled off of social media numbers. And y'all be thinking these people just so great because they got high followings and shit. They be snakes, snitches, rats, rapists, molesters. But just because the person got a high following, everybody look up to these people like they some kind of god or something. The truth is the truth. And Coi Leray cannot touch Boog in no way, shape, or form. Right. Hey, Chris. But it's like they took Boog's style. With the box braids, the whole look. Only thing they did with Coi, they just made her more feminine, more girlier. That's all they did. She is a whole impersonation of Boog the Bandit. And I'm sticking with that. I believe that. So, y'all, we got to get justice for Boog, y'all. And if any more information come through, y'all most definitely send it to me. I have to move around a little bit in between time. I might drop y'all some interviews or talk about some other stuff. Because when I drop these kind of videos, it take me a few more days to come up with more stuff, more information. And like I said, this is public information. We done got through the facts. We done got through the lies. We done got through the bullshit. Since May 20th, since the first day we started covering this story, up until now, I'm still not shocked at all the turn of events in Boog's demise. Like all of this and all of this planning that they did to get rid of her is really mind-blowing to me, y'all. How could Mr. Kyson get I missed that, Miss Cora. I don't know. But it's like all it is, all of these people involved to take Bug out. She was what 110, 5152. She was a threat. She was a force to be reckoned with. She most definitely was 7'9". She was 7'9". And when you have that kind of mentality and the kind of heart and the kind of creative side of you that Bug have, you will always be intimidated. People were intimidated by Bug. Not just her looks was she beautiful, but her mindset and her creativity. And when you have all of that in one, because she was a godsend. Courtney was a godsend, and she also was a star seed. She was destined for success from the time she was born. If y'all want to do your research on star seeds, YouTube star seeds. Boog was a chosen one. She always had a gift. Always had a gift. She was destined to be a star and be successful from the time she got out of her mother's womb. Everything she touched, she excelled. Everything. Everything. She did everything she could possibly do in life to have this legendary status. She changed people's lives. A lot of people looked up to Bug, and a lot of people went to Courtney for advice. She was a good one. And y'all use her story for inspiration to do great. Use her story as an inspiration to change your life. She did it all, and she wasn't even 30 years old yet. No kids, not married. Her brain was focused on success. She was ready to take care of her family. Bug wanted to get her family out of Ohio. She was done. She was done with Columbus. She took everything in her and pushed and pushed and pushed, even when people was against her. She fought and she beat the odds. Y'all email me, pipelinenews2020@gmail.com. Welcome to the Untold Truth, Part 1. Part 2 will most definitely be coming. I can't give y'all a date. I got to do research, and I need information, and I need emails, and I know Mr. Kyson is going to court. Shout out to the pipeline who just sent me that. Mr. Kyson goes to court again on the 7th. He goes to court again. So we will be back to visit the Untold Truth. But we all know all the mysterious and all the questions that we all had, it is no longer questionable. But we will always have questions, and some things may not never be able to be answered until trial comes. That's just some of this stuff we not gonna find out. Will we ever get to hear unreleased music from Bug? I'm still waiting on somebody to send me one of the goddamn interviews from the radio. I can't find none of her live interviews. I can't find too much of nothing. That's Q Money, man. Free Q Money, y'all. Another Ohio artist who was backdoored. Y'all know how I'm a ride for Q Money and how I'm a ride for Bug, period. Two talented young artists. And it's just very unfortunate. This is the Untold Truth, y'all. Thank y'all for coming into the pipeline. There's nothing else with this story that I really could give y'all until I do more research. But as of May 20th up until this point, from the masses and the evidence, all the theories, all the rumors, I think we have addressed majority of all of them. There's only so many ways this story could go. We have to get more into the other assailants that was around that car. To me, after covering all of this, that's the only thing that's really a piece to the puzzle. Did she know these assailants? And was they paid along with Mr. Kyson? Was this all a paid group hit and they all was supposed to have split the money up? Did they receive a down payment before all of this happened? Because if you really look at it, Mr. Lockhart, I don't think he knew nothing that was going on. How could he possibly have known if she left Miss Wanda's house going to go do hair? When she got the camera house, whatever conversation they had inside, we don't know. But it's looking like he did not know nothing. The whole thing with the car, we don't know that either. Winter PX gonna have to come and drop that back for us because she the one who came with that receipt with Mr. Lockhart allegedly moving a car from out his driveway. Is it possible he was trying to hide her car to protect it, or did the police tow this car? What's the deal with this car? So I can't figure that out, y'all. But like we know, it's only a few people who could have opened up this back door. And if you really slim down to the nitty gritty, it's only 3 people who could have allegedly unlocked this back door. And whoever unlocked it most definitely was close to her, had some kind of ties to her to set all of this up. This wasn't nothing that just happened a few weeks before her death. All of this go back. Y'all, all of this go back to 2020 when Bug was on her way out of the O. She was on her way out of the O 2021. The label, she already knew what was going on with her paperwork. She was crossing up everything. She was tying everything up to get on up out of there. But whoever had that vengeance and that envy in their heart did not want her to leave. They did not want her to see that success. Yeah, they hating on Bug. They always hated on Bug. Look at her. Anybody would hate her. And she knew what she was. She knew how much of an asset she was. But she also knew, I can't trust these people around me. I can't. But sometimes, like I tell y'all, when y'all got that hunch and that urge to leave. Sometimes you got to leave and come back and get people. Sometimes you got to leave people where they was at. Bug did not, I believe, to me, my opinion, I don't believe she wanted to leave Miss Wanda. She didn't. She had to finish whatever business she had there. She had to finish up these last little few things because she was on her way. She was on her way up out of the O. That's for sure. She was on her way. She dropped it all 2020. I'm on my way to Atlanta. I done interviewed people who done came on the pipeline. We have seen emails I have showed you all from people in Columbus, people I reached out to. They threw her in this Miami Sweet Heat thing. I got in touch with a couple people out there, brought them to the pipeline. Everybody we talked to said she was on her way. She was on her way. So, y'all keep Bug family in your prayers. Peace, love, and blessings. Thank y'all for coming into the live. We will be back to visit this story. I have to get more information and details before I can continue another Untold Truth. But as of right now, it's all laid out. Comment, subscribe to the channel. On the way out of here, hit the like button and the notification bell. Go to change.org. Sign a petition to get Bug her street name in her own day, y'all. Until next time, I'm out of here.